For more content like this, log on to GibboPresents.com.
It's Gibbo, and right now I'm once again joined by Shotta Paul from Jugglerz, who is currently out in Jamaica, where he recently appeared at World Vibes, one of the series of events that made up Appleton Special Dream Weekend 2015. Paul, I woke up yesterday morning and I checked social media, as you do these days, and I saw links to a video with the title Shotta Paul and Matterhorn get looked up for cussing. So I had to watch the video, and it looks like it was shot from a phone. There's a lot going on and it's not clear what's really happening. So break it down for me, give me the full story. Were you arrested? What happened?
Okay, that was at the end of the dance. So before I get to the very end of the dance, first I gotta say, big up Dream Weekend. The whole weekend was crazy. Every event sell off. Big up the whole promoter team. It's crazy what kind of event they're putting on. Big them up. And then now World Vibes, because they have a series of events, which is all different type of events. So World Vibes now is the kind of sound clash event. But it's not on the flyer that it's a clash, but between the lines you would know is a clash. Even the sounds that were booked are mostly like hardcore sounds, Red Heat, Grenade, those are local hardcore sounds. Then us and Matterhorn, because last year it was Beer Vibes, and we kick him up, and now they name it World Vibes. Because they put us back in and give it a worldwide flavor. So it was a big crowd. It was the dance was huge. Was a crazy dance. The thing is, like, it wasn't mostly what you would call an original sound clash type of crowd, because of course it's all those party people, a lot of foreigners fly in. So the crowd is mixed, and a lot of them, you can't go too deep into the hardcore sound clashing thing, because the people a lot of them don't have that knowledge, but they're enjoying the vibes, obviously. So one thing we noticed from the Dream Weekend start, last year it was very strict. You couldn't diss certain groups of people, and the sponsors, it was Smirnoff sponsoring it, and they were very strict on that. This year now, Appleton were the main sponsors. So Appleton is a Jamaican brand, and they didn't really care about it. So, you could hear certain songs from Buju Banton, Sizzla playing at all those dances, and we were already, because we had in mind, okay, we can't play those songs, we're not going to play these. But this year it seemed to be different, and from now World Vibe started, like Grenade and Red Heat, they play rounds just with those type of songs and those type of vibes, and we were like preparing for, I would call it like new era type of sound clash, where you have to come up with some different argument, like some like we say, Matterhorn, you're old, and you have to be creative, and you can't say the same things that used to be in sound clash. So Matterhorn come on stage now, and he went really old school. He went like, yo, suck this and suck that, and yo, you fuck this and this, and he was like, like back in the days, like you would have it in a sound clash. So what he said now was, because I may said little one or two words, so what he said now was like, yo, them white boy them, the fascination by foreign sounds is like they come on stage and all they do is cuss some little bad words, and but the Japanese, Micron, they done that already, so you have to come up with something new. And then he said, I'm gonna give you the full list of all those bad words, and he was on stage like going hard, cussing all those bad words. Even some people started to leave because of that. Probably they weren't expecting that type of vibe at the party, and then they were like, they felt like surprised, and then some people started to leave. Actually, like I said, it wasn't a hardcore clash crowd. It was clash people and party people. It was a huge crowd, couple of thousand people at least, like a big crowd. So after the first round now, Everybody get them forward. We get her forward. Matterhorn get them forward. Jazzy T got a little forward. Renee get her forward. But everybody realized, okay, it's not that much of a hardcore sound clash. It's just a clash vibes dance. So we juggle. We give them a little throw word, and it went on and some bad words fling, how you would call it. And at the end now, some people, people say, yeah, Matterhorn win. Some people say, yeah, Jugglerz, you take it, or Jugglerz, I saw it go. So, for us, it's not like just the business goes sometimes. It was fun. It was, everybody have them forwards. It was no dub feed up or no trophy or nothing. So if they want to say, no, Matterhorn win, that if that's building back his pride, his self-confidence, then I'm okay with that. Because, we did good, so everything is all right. So after the dance now, I still did an interview. I see the police going to Matterhorn and escorting him outside of the venue. And I didn't know why. So when we left now, and somebody just told me today that they heard Matterhorn saying, yo, so what about the two German them? Pick them up. Go for them. And no, that's actually a fucked up thing for him to say, because I kind of feel disappointed that he called our name, because we would have gotten away. But then now the police came to us saying, which country are you from? We're from Germany. I thought they were going to help us. We're from Germany. Are you the two selectors? Yes, we're the two selectors. Okay, so by the laws of this country, we are arresting you because there's this law that you mustn't use indecent language on stage, and so right now you have to follow us to the station, and there you're gonna get your you're gonna be processed. And we were like shocked and surprised. Oh, is that true? Because we've been in Jamaica before, and even at World Clash or some of these dances, it's like the police, they give you a warning. They say, yo, if we hear one more bad word, we'll lock off the dance. One more and we'll lock it off. But this time it was no warning, no nothing. We thought the politics was more loose than the years before, because, it was a different sponsor and they could play all these songs before. So we didn't even think about it. We didn't get a warning. They just, put me in the van. Meska, he kind of, got away. And there I was now in the police van with Matterhorn and about like 15 police people. It was really like like when you go up on a minibus in Jamaica, like people, they might catch up and like really like this. And but one thing I gotta say, big up Negro Police Station. They're just doing their job. It's just the laws of a country, and it's not their fault. Any country has stupid laws, or laws that you would think they're questionable. So I cannot diss the police them for enforcing the laws of their country. It's just their job. They do their job, so I'm not dissing no police. I said, big up Negro Police Station, big them up. And but they took us to the station. Matterhorn was talking non-stop, trying to somehow get out of it. And, he's a real celebrity. Everybody know him. Police were even laughing at his jokes. And then now they were like, stop the jokes now. We have to be serious. Stop the jokes. Stop talking. But, it was kind of awkward sometimes, And then now they had us in this police station. The thing is, I didn't have my ID with me, so I had to send somebody to the hotel, and it just took really long. And the Jamaica police, they don't really work with computer, they work with books, so everything has to be written down by hand about 3 times. So this takes really long. And now at the end, we have been fined, we had to pay, and everything got sorted out now. And it's that's just how the story went, But I was there when Matterhorn had to give in his personal information, and I know how old he really is now. And I can tell you, I'm old.
Go on then, Paul. You can't say that without revealing the information.
Wait till the next time me and him buck up on stage. But yeah.
will we see a part 3, or could we even see a quote-unquote real clash between Jugglerz and Matterhorn?
Anytime a promoter is ready. You know, the score now is 1-1. Me get 1, he get 1. So this time now, it was different because he was preparing for us. And you know, Matterhorn, he's a real celebrity in Jamaica. Everybody knows him. So people like him. So it's very hard for us, after we killed him last year, to come back. And even artists now, like I can tell you, a lot of artists, they and Matterhorn are friends. So if you're planning to clash Matterhorn in Jamaica, these artists, they don't give you any dubs. That's true. They don't give you any dubs. And if they give you a dub, they don't give you the better version. And you know, then the next thing, all the studio people, they are Matterhorn know them, all of them know, and they like to talk. So once you get an artist into the studio, there's like 10 people in the back of the studio, WhatsApp, voice note, you know, everything. So it's really difficult to prepare for a clash in that dimension. But Matterhorn said anytime a promoter in Europe is ready, he would come to Europe to clash Jugglerz. Jugglerz said any promoter in the world, if we're ready. Matterhorn said he's ready. He said the business needed it. Old versus young. That's his word. So probably, you know, we're the young guys, he's the old one. So anytime.
Paul, just before I let you go, I noticed over the weekend you had a little back and forth with Spider from Supersonic online. I think you said you wouldn't pay $4,000 for a 45. Could you explain what this was all about?
Well, first of all, I made that post because Spider called my name in a previous post, and there was a long discussion in the group European Sound Clash Fraternity, and I just made a new post because I didn't want it to get lost somewhere in the discussion. Because what it is now, obviously, some European sounds got the call, Supercat was going to voice Dubplates. We all know each other. Everybody, you know, Herbalize it, Supersonic, Warrior, Heavy Hammer, Magash, Jugglerz. We all know each other. We all been talking. So we all know the moves the other guys made. All right? So obviously, we decided not to spend this amount of money for Supercat. Spider now called us, you know, there was like this backlash coming. People were saying, yo, how can you spend so much money? Then somebody said, yo, Spider, what about yours? And then he said, mine, I wish. What maybe Heavy Hammer and Jugglerz have one. And I know the truth. So, you know, what he's doing is, while there's this shitstorm going on about, yo, 4,000 for a dub, that's way too much, he tried to throw our name in because everybody would say, yeah, Jugglerz, they're that type of sound that would do that type of gimmick, spend the money and do that. So everybody would say, yo, Jugglerz are money sound, which is not true in the case. So while the shitstorm is going, he wants us to catch some of the shit that is floating around. And 3 years from now, when everything is calm, he can now play his big dubs and get his forward. And I don't agree with that, because my decision was not to cut a Supercat dubplate. His decision was a different one, but don't mix me up in the whole thing. You're gonna get your forward in 3 years from now, but while everybody's discussing and questioning the move right now, just don't put my name into it. So that's just why I said, yo, gonna explain my decision. $4,000 is a lot of money. I just can't afford it right now. Everybody wants a Supercat dubplate. Be honest. Every sound man wants a Supercat dubplate. But spending $4,000, it should be exclusive, at least. So now it's not even exclusive anymore. You wouldn't get it, like they said, no split file, no lyrics, no whatever, no video evidence. So we said, no, we don't have the money. We don't have the money to spend. Should I borrow money from somebody? No. I rather, I said, big up Supercat, he's an icon, he's a legend. But for me, as the youngest sound, I rather work with artists that are, that are giving back to dancehall and have been giving back to dancehall, like Bounty Killer. He never said he's too big to voice for anybody. Shabba, he charged a lot of money, but he was still in the mix, you know. You could always get a Shabba, he would always be there for a sound man. Roman Virgo, enough artists, Beanie Man, you know, these are superstars that are relevant and current right now, and they never are too arrogant to voice for anybody. They never overcharge. They always work with the sound man them. So that's why I say, yo, I rather work with artists that support me as a sound man, that support the thing, than just, you know, Cat, big up Cat, I love super Cat music, you know, but he comes to Europe and it's too obvious. He's been saying for 25 years, no, I don't voice no dubs, whatever. You know, to get a super Cat dub, he really has to rate you, and all those kind of myth he was, you know, creating. He comes to Europe for 5 shows, just calls, yo, give me some Eurosound money, them spend some crazy money. That's just not in my opinion, not a real move. That's not, you know, he can do it. So obviously it worked, but that was the point where I said, okay, no, that's too much for me. I don't have the money. I'm not going to borrow it. I'm not going to waste my money. I'm working with artists that have been working with dancehall artists. That was my point of view.
Paul, thanks a lot for taking time to chat. It's good to hear you're free, and safe journey back to Germany.
All right, Gibbo, big up yourself every time.
Gibbo presents